My name is Natalie. I'm 23. I'm gay. That's all you need to know. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. Those are all true, but I can talk more about that in another video. But anyways, I've recently really been feeling called to start making videos and just sharing more about my life and what I'm going through and what I've been through, with the hopes that it can reach people who maybe need guidance with what they're going through, or who maybe feel alone and just want to know that other people have had similar experiences to them, or have overcome things that they're maybe struggling with right now. That's what I really want to achieve through these videos, and also just a way to document what I'm going through, because right now and in the upcoming future, I'm doing things I've never done before and just having a lot of new experiences, and I would love to share that and then be able to, I guess, look back on it in the future and see how things played out. But right now, little backyard. My mom and I are in Central America, and we moved here about a month ago after what was, it's not even funny, I don't know why I'm laughing, after going through what was maybe the most traumatic 6-month period of my life. And this was kind of our escape plan, and I really didn't know that it would even happen, but I'm just so grateful and feel so fortunate that it did come into fruition and that we are here and we're safe. And I can maybe talk about that, what went on in my life and in my mom's life, in another video, because there's a lot to get into about that. But moving here has definitely shown me that even when things are very dark, very difficult, seems like there's no end in sight, things always have a way of working out, and you will be okay. And that's still something I need to take these off, I'm sweating so bad. That's still something I'm trying to affirm to myself right now, because I am coming out of survival mode. And so there's still lingering feelings and anxiety and fear in my body, but I'm just trying to work through that and trust that I'm safe now and my mom is safe, and the struggle is behind us. But yeah, now we live in the jungle, which is really awesome. My mom's actually at the beach right now. I'm gonna go meet up with her in a little bit. We're gonna go to church, because there's a church close to us, and just have some blessings bestowed upon us. And I've been crocheting. I love to crochet. But now that we're here and it's a little bit more remote than what we're used to. I mean, I've never lived in the jungle before. I'm from California, and then I went to college in New York, so it's very, very different than what I'm used to. But there's a lot more downtime, and I feel like the days just go by very slow here, which is nice. So I've had more time to nourish my hobbies, and I've started reading a lot more, so that's been really nice. But I'm making this little bag. It's gonna be like a beach bag. I gotta build it up and then make some straps. But yeah, I didn't have yarn also, so I was for the whole month we were here, I was waiting to find a store that had yarn, and then we did, and I got some brown yarn, and I'm so happy because crocheting for me, it like helps my anxiety and just gives my brain and my hands like something to focus on. But then it's also fun because I get to wear it, or I get to give it to someone, or like I make like little plant hangers with it sometimes, so I get to hang plants that I love. So it's just a really fun hobby for me all around, and like creative outlet. And I also wanted to share a book I've been a book I just finished, but I think it'd be fun whenever I post videos, like to show what I'm working on, if I'm working on like a crochet project, and then to show what I'm reading, since I am reading so much here since there's just a lot of downtime. I quit my job to move here. I was a preschool teacher, and my mom is now retired, so we're kind of just living a very calm jungle life, which is, I'm just so fortunate that we're able to do that, especially with the current state of the world. Finding a pocket of peace and safety is more than I could ask for. But before coming here, we're gonna be here for 6 months and then figure out where we want to go next, because now we're like nomads. I don't remember if I mentioned, but we basically put like important stuff in storage and then sold everything else on Facebook Marketplace, took a bunch of stuff to the thrift store, gave stuff away, and then we moved here with a few suitcases to our names. So yeah, I knew I had to bring some queer books with me. So before we came here, I ordered like 7 or 8 like sapphic stories. And my mom was making a lot of fun of me because my books were taking up so much weight in our suitcases. And obviously we didn't want to pay for like an overweight suitcase, so we were like weighing all of them. And my books were so heavy, but I'm really glad I brought them because it's been fun just to like read, and also I guess have exposure to queer stories in writing. I was a really big bookworm in middle school. Like I would get through like a book every few days. I was like a bookworm through and through. And I was really lucky. One of my teachers, Miss Roster, she had shelves and shelves of books in her classroom, and she would just like let students take them and then return them when they finished them. So it was literally like a built-in library right there, and I think that's why I turned out like so, not to be like I'm so smart, but I think reading that much at that age like really helped me out. And then in high school and college, so much of the reading I had to do was for school. And also at the time, like in my bookworm phase in 7th grade, I didn't really know I was a lesbian back then. Like that was a long time ago, and there weren't as many stories as there are now. So that was also really fun to like research like well-known authors and books about like the lesbian queer experience. So it's been like a bookworm renaissance queer version for me, which has been really amazing. But I read this, Cantoras, and I recommend this to anyone, but especially if you're a queer woman, if you're Hispanic or Latina. The writing is so beautiful, and I just like connected with every character so much and saw pieces of myself in them. But it is a little bit sad, and there are like some heavier topics, but I don't know, it shows like through all of those challenges you can still find like love and community and friendship, and like chosen family. And it kind of reminded me of what we're going through right now in the world, even though it's set in like the 1970s. But it was really good, and it's still like sitting with me today. I cried, I think twice reading it, and I don't think I've cried reading a book since I read The Fault in Our Stars when I was like 13. So yeah, that's a really good one. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Oh, also this shirt, I'm sure anyone that's seeing this video has seen Call Me By Your Name, because I'm hoping it reaches the queer baddies, the people that want to see this. Sorry, I thought I heard my mom calling me at the front door, but she's at the beach. I'm setting the intention that this will reach the right people, and because of that, I feel that many of you have probably seen Call Me By Your Name, but this shirt reminds me of one that Elio has, and I was listening to the soundtrack this morning while I was making breakfast. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. Hopefully, I don't know what the next videos will be that I post. Maybe like, I don't know, like a day living here, or like when we go to the farmer's market. We went to a farmer's market the other day and got such good fruit and vegetables for like so affordable. It was so crazy. And that's also where I got my yarn. Not at the farmer's market, but in the town that the farmer's market was in. And yeah, I want to document, like, from this point forward, like what my mom and I choose to do with our lives, and like where we travel and stuff, because I'm huge on travel. I love traveling. Vegas and Miami are like two of my favorite places in the States. And as I like make more videos, I'll go more into like my personality and like the type of person I am. But I am a Taurus, so I am a homebody. But something about Vegas and Miami just like wakes something up inside of me. And then also like living in Brooklyn, there's just so many aspects of me and so many sides that come out, like dependent upon where I am. But now that we're kind of like nomads, I guess, and we kind of can just figure out like where we want to go, what we want to do. Like, we're literally free. It's kind of crazy. I just want to like document that so I can look back and see all the places that we've gone. I went to Italy for the first time last summer. That was the first time I'd been out of the country ever, and I loved it. And I was thinking about it today since I was listening to the Call Me By Your Name soundtrack, and I definitely want to go back there. But there's also so many places in Europe that I want to travel to, and yeah, I would just love to document it and just share more of my life. Also, since I'm a Taurus, I'm so like ghost mode private. Like, I literally removed everyone off my Instagram. I left like 200 people on there. Not that I even really post on there, but I didn't really tell anyone that I came here. I'm like, so I guess I'm very to myself. I keep a lot of things to myself. So making a video like this is like kind of putting myself out there, because I don't really share that much about myself unless it's with like close friends. And speaking of friends, now that I'm a nomad jumping from country to country, like I have to make new friends. It's going to be interesting, like who I meet in all the different places I go, which is like scary but also exciting. And I'm glad that I'm like able to do that. And I'm glad that I have my mom, of course, here with me. So I'm never truly alone because I have my mom. But sometimes it is isolating, like moving to a new place and having to kind of start over with, you know, like building roots and building friendships and community. But I'm excited to see where things go from here. And that was a little bit, again, just about me. And yeah, I look forward to making more videos. Oh. And I don't know what the next one will be, but see you soon.